Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday, the 5th of November. So it's election day in the US and the markets are probably getting the jitters. What else what have we got going that may have moved the market? Well, we've had the Australian cash rate left alone. It seems quite hawkish comments I've read through so far, so I can't see them cutting the rates anytime soon. But I haven't looked at the Australian dollar this morning yet, so we'll be looking at it together. Press conference, that's all done. So today we're seeing some final data. Actually, if I just flick onto this one here, we're seeing some sort of lower level data coming out. We've got the UK final services and coming out at 9:30. They're red on here, but they because we've already seen the flash data, it has a lot less impact. But you never know in a day like this. But there's not a great deal out there for us today. With the elections going on, I think it's going to be a very iffy market with the rumours that will kick off in the first place and people just waiting on the sidelines. It's already, the volumes in trading volumes of the equity markets were quite light yesterday by the looks of things, and we could see, well, I'm sure we'll see much more of the same. Right, let's look at the markets then. We'll start off looking at the euro dollar here. Let's just unconnect that. That's it. And it got pretty close to my level that I wanted it to run into, and it's not that far away. It might still come into it, we'll see. But it never quite got there. It's all right. The system's been playing around overnight. At the moment, though, you look at it on the lower time frames here, the 4-hourly time frames. You've got the higher low that's already been confirmed there, and you're still running up in this very tight ascending channel, really. That's the best way to describe it. The current picture here looking like it's got potential to roll backwards, but the way things are, just move that line there across there, you'll see more of the channel picture now. The way things are at the moment, it looks like well, it could be slow, and we could see a little bit more of a continuation over the next day of that. The pound picking up this morning. Let's just look at it overall. Yesterday, well, it ended up on a down day. Today it's just picking up a little bit. As I said this morning, it's in a tight old triangle sort of picture here, which means it could basically go either way on the short time frame there. Trying to push its way out at this stage, but overall, yeah, my preference is to be on the short side of it, but not right now. Okay, that's probably going to be the general picture for a lot of these, but the not right now bit anyway. The US dollar yen, well, the yen's easing back a little bit overall at the moment. The dollar yen is easing back at the moment, showing the strength and the slight weakness of the US dollar. Strength of the yen just coming through there a little bit. Like the others, it's, well, starting to strengthen again. It's in this descending channel again at this stage. Aussie dollar, well, news wasn't overly it hasn't really changed things too much. It has picked up from what it lost yesterday, and it's got a little bit more of a kick there. It has got its higher lows. There is a chance with what we've seen and heard there that it could push up in normal times, but it's really nothing significantly has changed. So the news that's happened was probably pretty much what was happening, and the market's much the same. At the moment, like everything else, the Aussie's picking up against the dollar right at this moment, but things can change as we run through the day. Yesterday it came off in the afternoon there. We'll see if it does the same today. US dollar CAD. But realistically, how many of you are going to go in and take trades today is another matter. You may be best leaving the markets but there's always someone keen. I was keen yesterday. US dollar CAD, well, I keep coming back to this picture. Get off. Back to this picture where we're sort of running at the near-term highs again that we've been seeing. It's coming off a little bit at the moment. There's probably sellers going to come into this at every opportunity until they realise that the game's over and it's going to break out. But short term here at the moment, it's just rolling back a little bit. I wouldn't want to be shorting this, but it is moving down at the moment. All things could change quite significantly on a dime, really. The New Zealand dollar continuing pretty much to the downside there. It's caught the bounce along with everything else this morning at the moment. Just a bit of strength against the US dollar at the moment, but the bigger picture really is to the downside, and it's really looking for opportunities. I mean, that did actually go in the afternoon there, but finally got down to its daily pivot, but it's slow and ugly at this stage. US dollar Swissy, yeah, Swissy is still gaining a little bit and continues to gain against the US dollar here. It's moving quite strongly on the short time frame here. Look, it's going for a run. All the markets, I think the dollar's just softening across the whole range at this stage. So yeah, just continue to see this selling off. This does actually look a bit more like a potential short. It'd be worth waiting till well into post 8 o'clock, probably 8:30. It's just to see if it's really continuing, but it does look like it's got some potential to continue rolling. It's sort of a safety area, this Swissy. Euro yen, really not doing too much now. It started looking a bit okay yesterday for a trade, and then it just went into a chop all day long, so that's not happening. One trade I did get into yesterday, and it's not looking very good for me at the moment, is this pound yen. Was looking, took the break here on the low side there, didn't really do too much. It started coming back again for me later in the afternoon by the looks of things, but ever since it's rallying up, and it's probably not too far before it will stop me out on that one. But there we go. I wouldn't look to short it at the moment. It might still start coming good as we run through the morning, but I mean, it might be a big hope now. I shall just leave it to do whatever it does, of course. Aside of that, I'm not liking even the cross pairs that much at the moment. The Euro yen, I expected something more of yesterday, and it just fouled in the end there. It's just sitting there, just really not going anywhere too much either way. Maybe it will roll back to its weekly pivot, but daily pivot above may stall it, and might be the trigger which brings it back to its daily weekly pivot. But there's lots of ifs and mights and whatever else going on here at the moment. It's not such a clear set of markets. Okay, looking on to other markets. Gold fractionally off this morning, but hanging in there. The bar's getting smaller, tightening up here in terms of range. No one really wants to be trading it either way at the moment. If Trump seems to be winning the polls or whatever else, we'll probably see it maybe fall off. We'll see a stronger US dollar. We may see the gold come off for a bit, but I wouldn't be betting on it either way. It's just too risky, and if you shorten it, it's going against that much bigger trend. The oil continued up yesterday. Slightly softer dollar normally does that, and well, it's looking like it's got more upside as we going to print here at the moment. But for me, it's the wrong time of the day. Rather trade it come the afternoon. Yesterday, well, I didn't miss a lot here yesterday afternoon, but it did catch a bounce off the 34 again. But really not in for trying to trade against the current trend here now. started to pick up quite solidly. So could be looking for longs this afternoon, but I think overall more likely to be doing nothing. US dollar the S&Ps even. What do we call it? The 500, US dollar 500. Goodness, S&P 500. Then you just sort of got to keep coming back to the dailies and see that it's just still hanging on to that daily 50 at this stage. Maybe a break of that could occur. Again, it's the exit polls people will be looking for now. To see what's happening. Well, obviously not right now, but later, much later. But you see the consolidation that's largely sitting into this, and I shouldn't think too many people in their right minds will be looking to buy in or sell it or whatever. They may close their existing positions for safety. That's the only thing. The FTSE remains ugly chop situation. Back up to its pivot there. Looked like it could have rolled off it yesterday, and it's certainly still looking on the softer side of things. Did manage to get quite a rally there in the end yesterday. It was looking like it might have rolled back over. Anyway, that's the FTSE, the DAX finally, and it's like a mini S&Ps, isn't it? It's sitting there on its daily 50, just around about it. Really struggling at the moment.